Stop talking about people. It doesn't make you smart. It doesn't make you evolve. It just shows how distracted you are. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to talk about other people's lives? It's almost automatic. So-and-so broke up with his boyfriend. So-and-so lost his job. So-and-so had plastic surgery. Without realizing it, this becomes a topic of conversation at coffee, at lunch, in the WhatsApp group. But why? Talking about people is an escape, a cheap way to feel superior, even if only for a few seconds. It's an emotional addiction. You take the focus off your own life and feed on the lives of others. But it comes at a price. Every time you do this, you waste energy on something that doesn't belong to you. You're exchanging your personal development for gossip, and you don't realize it. There is a quote attributed to Eleanor Roosevelt that goes like this: "Small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas." Think about this for a moment. What comes out of your mouth the most on a daily basis? If you could record everything you said today, what kind of mind would you be closest to? What you say builds the image that others have of you, but more than that, it builds your brain. Your thinking is shaped by what you repeat, by what you comment, by what you feed. If you spend your time talking about other people's lives, your mind becomes conditioned to pay attention to irrelevant details. It becomes a habit. It becomes a way of thinking. And that is the danger. You start to see the world through the filter of gossip, always finding fault, always judging, always distracted. Every time you talk about someone, you waste time, and time is the most precious resource you have. Wasting time is wasting life. Talking about others steals your focus, and without focus, you don't build anything solid. Do you want to improve your life? Do you want to evolve? Do you want to earn more? Have more peace? More freedom? Then you need to stop wasting your attention. Gossip is like sugar. It gives you immediate pleasure, but it weakens you in the long run. While you're talking about someone else's mistake, you could be studying, creating, growing. But no, you're stagnant. Because it's easier to laugh at someone else's mistakes than to face your own flaws. Pay attention to this. If you talk about someone who is not present, whoever is listening knows that in their absence, you will talk about them too. Those who live on gossip live only on appearances. People listen, laugh, but deep down, they don't trust you because they know that you are unstable, that you are dangerous, that you could be the next weapon against them. Solid relationships are built on trust. If you want to have true friends, real connections, greater opportunities, you need to be trustworthy. And trust requires posture. It requires integrity. It requires silence, often. Another important point, you don't know what's really going on in the other person's life. What you see is just the surface. And when you talk about it, you're judging something you don't understand. Did so-and-so cheat? Did so-and-so go bankrupt? Did so-and-so freak out? Okay, but what happened before that? What's the story that you don't see? What's the pain behind the mistake? It's very easy to point the finger. What's hard is to keep quiet and understand that each person is fighting an internal war that you can't see. Talking about others is a form of ignorance, and ignorance, when it becomes a habit, paralyzes your own evolution. Want some straight advice? Start swapping gossip for conversations that elevate. Talk about ideas, about projects, about books, about strategies, about spirituality, about health, about purpose. If you think this is boring talk, maybe you were so used to trash talk that you no longer recognize the value of good content. When you change the type of conversation, you change the type of people you attract. Small people like confusion. Big people like growth. And growth starts with language, with words, with what you feed your mouth every day. You don't always have to respond. You don't always have to give your opinion. You don't always have to comment. Silence protects you. Wise people speak less. They observe more. They think more. And when they speak, it has weight. It has depth. It has impact. Do you want to evolve? Then stop explaining yourself too much. Stop trying to have an opinion about everything. Stop trying to seem smart by commenting on other people's lives. Stay silent. Work in silence. Grow in silence. Real change begins with awareness. And now that you're listening to this, you're aware. So from now on, whenever you feel like commenting on someone, pause, breathe, ask yourself, will this make me grow or just distract me? Create the habit of redirecting. Did someone try to gossip with you? Change the subject. Bring something useful. If the person insists, walk away. Your energy is worth a lot, and you need to protect it. Another tip, feed your brain with content that inspires you. Listen to good podcasts. Read books that expand your vision. Follow people who talk about ideas, not intrigue. This will help you reprogram your mind. Look at successful people. Really successful. I'm not just talking about money, but about peace, balance, freedom. They don't have time for gossip. They're too busy building, creating, helping, leading. Gossip is something that happens to people who are stuck in time, people who have nowhere to go, so they feed on other people's chaos. But if you want to get out of this, start now. Decide that your mouth will only speak what builds, only what inspires, only what honors. The life you want requires a better version of you, a version that doesn't waste time on things that don't matter. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're rare. Because most people prefer to continue on autopilot, continue to make small talk, continue to be stuck in this useless cycle of talking about people. But you can be different. You can be someone who inspires, who grows, who transforms environments just by example. Starting today, choose a new pattern. Not because it's pretty, but because it's necessary. Life is short, time is precious, and the world needs people who think, who create, who elevate. Talking about others is easy. What's hard is growing, and that's exactly why it's worth it.